Divine Achilles, wilt thou then retire, and leave our hosts in blood, our fleets on fire? If wrath so dreadful fear thy ruthless mind, how shall thy friend, thy phoenix, stay behind? The royal Peleus, when from Phthia's coast he sent thee early to the Achaean host, the youth as then in sage debates unskilled, and new to perils of the direful field, he bade me teach thee all the ways of war, to shine in councils, and in camps to dare. Never, ah, never, let me leave thy side, no time shall part us, and no fate divide. Not though the God that breathed my life restore the bloom I boasted, and the port I bore, when Greece of old beheld my youthful flames. Delightful Greece, the land of lovely dames, my father, faithless to my mother's arms, old as he was, adored a stranger's charms. I tried what youth could do, at her desire, to win the damsel, and prevent my sire. My sire with curses loads my hated head, and cries, Ye Furies, barren be his bed! Infernal Jove, the vengeful fiends below, and ruthless Proserpine, confirmed his vow, and despair and grief distract my laboring mind. Gods, what a crime my impious heart designed! I thought, but some kind god did thought suppress, to plunge the poniard in my father's breast, then meditate my flight. My friends in vain with prayers entreat me, and with force detain. On fat of rams, black bulls, and brawny swine, they daily feast with draughts of fragrant wine. Strong guards they placed, and watched 9 nights entire. The roofs and porches flamed with constant fire. The 10th I forced the gates unseen of all, and favoured by the night o'erleapt the wall. My travels thence through spacious Greece extend, in Phthia's court at last my labours end. Your sire received me, as his son caressed, with gifts enriched, and with possessions blessed. The strong Dolopians thenceforth owned my reign, and all the coast that runs along the main. By love to thee his bounties I repaid, and early wisdom to thy soul conveyed. Great as thou art, my lessons made thee brave. A child I took thee, but a hero gave. Thy infant breast a like affection showed, still in my arm an ever-pleasing load, or at my knee by Phoenix wouldst thou stand. No food was grateful but from Phoenix' hand. I passed my watchings o'er thy helpless years, thy tender labours, the compliant cares. The gods, I thought, reversed their hard decree, and Phoenix felt a father's joy in thee. Thy growing virtues justified my cares, and promised comfort to my silver hairs. Now be thy rage, thy fatal rage resigned. A cruel heart ill suits a manly mind. The gods, the only great and only wise, are moved by offerings, vows, and sacrifice. Offending man, their high compassion wins, and daily prayers atone for daily sins. Prayers are Jove's daughters, of celestial race. Lame are their feet, and wrinkled is their face. With humble mien, and with dejected eyes, constant they follow where injustice flies. Injustice, swift, erect, and unconfined, sweeps the wide earth and tramples o'er mankind, while prayers to heal her wrongs move slow behind. Who hears these daughters of Almighty Jove? For him they mediate to the throne above. When men rejects the humble suit they make, the sire revenges for the daughter's sake. From Jove commissioned, fierce injustices then descend to punish unrelenting men. Oh, let not headlong passion bear the sway these reconciling goddesses obey. Do honours to the seed of Jove belong. Do honours calm the fierce and bend the strong. Were these not paid thee by the terms we bring, were rage still harboured in the haughty king, nor Greece nor all her fortune should engage thy friend to plead against so just a rage. But since what honour asks, the general sends, and sends by those whom most thy heart commends, the best and noblest of the Grecian train, permit not these to sue, and sue in vain. Let me, my son, an ancient fact unfold, a great example drawn from times of old. Hear what our fathers were, and what their praise, who conquered their revenge in former days. Where Calydon on rocky mountain stands, once fought the Aetolian and Cretian bands. To guard it those conquer these advance, and mutual deaths were dealt with mutual chance. The silver Cynthia bade contention rise, in vengeance of neglected sacrifice. On Aeneas' fields she sent a monstrous boar that levelled harvests and whole forests tore. This beast, while many a chief his tusks had slain, great Meleager stretched along the plain. Then for his spoils a new debate arose, the neighbour nations, thence commencing foes. Strong as they were, the bold Curetes failed, while Meleager's thundering arm prevailed. For rage invades the wisest and the best. Cursed by Althea, to his wrath he yields, and in his wife's embrace forgets the fields. She from Marpessa sprung, divinely fair, and matchless Idas, more than man in war. The god of day adored the mother's charms, against the god the father bent his arms. The afflicted pair, their sorrows to proclaim, from Cleopatra changed their daughter's name, and called Alcinous, the name to show the father's grief, the mourning mother's woe. To her the chief retired from stern debate, but found no peace from fierce Althea's hate. Althea's hate the unhappy warrior drew, whose luckless hand his royal uncle slew. She beat the ground, and called the powers beneath on her own son to wreak her brother's death. Hell heard her curses from the realms profound, and the red fiends that walk the nightly round. In vain Aetolia her deliverer waits, war shakes her walls and thunders at her gates. She sent ambassadors, a chosen band, priests of the gods and elders of the land, besought the chief to save this sinking state. Their prayers were urgent, and their proffers great. Full 50 acres of the richest ground, half pasture green and half with vineyards crowned. His suppliant father, aged Aeneas, came. His sisters followed, even the vengeful dame, Althea sues. His friends before him fall, he stands relentless and rejects them all. Meanwhile the victor's shouts ascend the skies, the walls are scaled, the rolling flames arise. At length his wife, a form divine, appears, with piercing cries and supplicating tears. She paints the horrors of a conquered town, the heroes slain, the palaces o'erthrown, the matrons ravished, the whole race enslaved. The warrior heard, he vanquished and he saved. The Aetolians, long disdained, now took their turn, and left the chief their broken faith to mourn. Learn hence, betimes to curb pernicious ire, nor stay till yonder fleet ascend in fire. Accept the presents, draw thy conquering sword, and be amongst our guardian gods adored. Thus he. The stern Achilles thus replied, My second father and my reverend guide, thy friend, believe me, no such gifts demands, and he asks no honor from a mortal's hands. Jove honors me and favors my designs. His pleasure guides me, and his will confines. And here I stay, if such his high behest, while life's warm spirit beats within my breast. Yet hear one word and lodge it in thy heart, no more molest me on Atrides' part. Is it for him these tears are taught to flow, for him these sorrows, for my mortal foe? A generous friendship no cold medium knows, burns with one love, with one resentment glows. One should our interests and our passions be, my friend, hate this man that injures me. Do this, my phoenix, 'tis a generous part, and share my realms, my honors, and my heart. Let these return, our voyage or our stay rest undetermined till the dawning day. He ceased, then ordered for the sage's bed a warmer couch with numerous carpets spread. With that, stern Ajax his long silence broke, and thus impatient to Ulysses spoke. Hence, let us go. Why waste we time in vain? See what effect our low submission gain. Liked or not liked, his words we must relate. The Greeks expect them, and our heroes wait. Proud as he is, that iron heart retains its stubborn purpose, and his friend disdains. Stern and unpitying, if a brother bleed, or just atonement, we remit the deed. A sire the slaughter of his son forgives, the price of blood discharged, the murderer lives. The haughtiest hearts at length their rage resign, and gifts can conquer every soul but thine. The gods that unrelenting breast have steeled, and cursed thee with a mind that cannot yield. One woman slave was ravished from thy arms, lo, 7 are offered, and of equal charms. Then hear, Achilles, be of better mind, revere thy roof, and to thy guests be kind, and know the men of all the Grecian host, who honor worth and prize thy valor most.